life. Millions of lives you are creating. Use that for the strength of the Atman. That is why the Brahmacharya has been told. So Ahimsa Paramo Dharmaha means taking the Virya, awakening the Kundalini and travelling inward. And not using for any other purpose other than getting the children. Not for a sexual act, it must not be used. If you use it for a sexual act, it is called Himsa. If you use for getting the children, which is a sacred duty to give, the persons who are dead, you have to give them life. So if you are donating the body, it is called as sacred act. So getting the children is a sacred act. But not to get the children, but to use the same material for sexual pleasure is what is called as Himsa. As such, the Veda does not allow the sex as a predominance factor. The sex is to be curtailed. If the sex is curtailed, the sperm count also increases. The man becomes strong. The generation that you are going to get with a strong virya is something unimaginable. That is why we are conducting courses called as Garbhadhana Samskara. In the Garbhadhana Samskara we will teach how to get excellent children. Is also an aspect. So the Dharma is basically totally based on science, whereas religion is based on faith. Religion makes a man subservient to somebody else. If people are interested in slavery, they must go to religion. If the people are interested to become the masters, they must come to Dharma. If slavery is to be accepted, become a slave of the Christ or the Jain or a Buddha or a Prophet Muhammad, you vote for them. So voting for others is called as Mata, and voting for yourself is called as Dharma. So we have to decide whether our strength must be voted to another person or we must administer ourselves. So if you vote for others, it is called as Mata. Mata is called as religion. And if you vote for yourself, whatever the strength you are wearing, it is called as Dharma. So Dharma is an essential aspect of the life, and Dharma is to be followed. And in Dharma we are elevating the whole human society. We want every person to become as strong and as mighty as possible. As such, we have to follow the dharmic practices which are to be done scientifically. But unfortunately today, most of the practices has been done as a ritual without understanding the things. It is time for us to think what is ritual, how it is adopted, what is the manner in which it is adopted. A scientific introspection is also a must. The quest must be there. Then we have to follow as per the scientific principle that is enunciated in the Brahmana and follow the dharmic practice. So let us think that in future we will not divide the humanity on religion, we will not divide the humanity on caste, we will not divide the humanity on the language, we will not divide the humanity on the continents, nor on the colors. We will think that all human beings are one and the same. They are our children. And as such we say, Sarve Janaha Sukhino Bhavantu, Samasta Sanmangalani Bhavantu. That is the aim of the Dharma. Whereas religion says, only allow those people to live who believe in my faith. If you do not believe in my faith, they say, let my tribe grow in the aspect of the Christianity. Those who are not in the tribe have no place to live in this society. Similarly, in the Islam, we say, those who do not believe me, you carry a war called as jihad, eliminate him. But in Dharma, it is not the same. Remove, if you feel that a person is doing mistakes, correct his mistakes. Then he becomes a good man. ಯಾರನ್ನಪ್ಪ ನೋಡ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ, ಯಾವ ಮನುಷ್ಯನಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಟ್ಟತನ ಇದೆ, ಕೆಟ್ಟತನ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳು, destroy the evil in him, but do not destroy an evil man, is the motto of the Dharma. So in Dharma we want to protect everybody, increase the strength of every human being, such that we can get a better house for the next life. Don't consider anybody as your enemy, consider everybody as your friend, and see that let us live all together, let us all help to increase the strength of humanity. That is the purpose of the Dharma. So, this is the Dharma and the religion, the division. In Dharma you want to become and meet the Almighty, and also strengthen whatever that has come within the body, increase every strength, every particle of matter. That is the process of Dharma. So religion aims at making a man beggar. Dharma aims at making a man as mighty as the Almighty. Thank you.
Wonderful. I mean, I don't know where to begin. I mean, you've covered so many things. it's such a vast thing. I forget all my questions, you know, whatever I had in the beginning at the end.
Very right.
It's such a it's fantastic way of putting things.
ಇವಾಗ ಈ ಒಂದು ಸಾರಿ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ ಈ ಒಂದು ಫಿಲಾಸಫಿ ಅನ್ನೋಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಈ ಒಂದು ದೃಷ್ಟಿಕೋನ
ಆಂಗಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಂಟ್ರೋಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಷನ್
ಯಾಕೆ ಜನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ? ಒಂದು ಓಕೆ, ಜನಗಳೆಲ್ಲ ದಡ್ರು, ಅದೊಂದು ಬೇರೆ ವಿಷಯ ಅದು. ಓಕೆ, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಥರ ಇನ್ನು ಬೇರೆ ಯಾರು ಯೋಚಿಸೋದು ನೀವು ನೋಡಿದ್ದೀರ? ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇನ ಈ ಥರ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು? ನೀವು ಒಬ್ಬರೇ ಆದರೆ ನೀವು ಯಾಕೆ
alone can think whether the system is right. The function of a rebel is not to rebel against a system. The function of a rebel is to find out the truth. ಇವತ್ತು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಸತ್ಯವನ್ನು ಹೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಭಾಳ ಹೆದರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. After the Shankaracharya brought everybody to his fold. The whole nation was there.
hold on ಅಂತ ಸತ್ಯ ಹೇಳೋದು ಜನ ಹೆದರ್ಕೋತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅಲ್ಲ, ಐ ಅಗ್ರಿ, ಬಟ್ ಇದು ಸತ್ಯ ಅಂತ ಜನಗಳಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ?
ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ.
ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಗೊತ್ತಲ್ಲ? ಇವಾಗ ನಾನು ಯಾತಕ್ಕೆ ಯೋಚನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ದ ವೇ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಈಸ್ why it is you. You know, in billions of people on this earth, is there anybody else who actually thinks about do you know anybody who thinks about?
But he is saying the things that have been told before. I mean, it is not totally new. What I think he is putting is a new interpretation, a new definition of the existing terminology, which have been improperly understood. The conclusions that he derived at the end, I agree with those conclusions.
The funny thing is, whatever he's fighting against,
yeah,
a lot of them Shankaracharya himself fought against.
Correct.
This really is nothing new.
Correct.
So it's almost, to answer your question, it's almost as if to think like that is not a natural state of affair. To think like what you and I think, that is the natural state of affairs.
See, perpetual casteism is the root for the destruction of the dharma. A man cannot become a Brahmin by birth. A man cannot become a Shudra by birth. The Yajurveda clearly says, Tapasi Shudraha. One who engage in tapas is to be called Shudra. The Purusha Sukta clearly says, a person who keeps a step in the direction of the Paramatma is to be called Shudra. Padbyam Shudro Ajayata. People interpreted a person who has born on the legs is called Shudra. No. A person who keeps a step in the direction of the Paramatma called Ajayata. Step is called Padbyam, is to be called Shudra. It correlates with the Ayurveda. But unfortunately, the followers of the Shankara made caste by birth and they called Brahmin. How can you have a Shankar but a Brahmin by birth? That is why when the Buddha was asked the question, some people will be doing the yajna on the bank of the river on the other side. The Buddha was on this side with his followers. Some person asked, who are those people? Buddha replies in such a way, he says, their forefathers were Brahmins. He just said, their forefathers were Brahmins. It means these people climbed by birth. It's a very nasty way. A person who can awaken the Kundalini can have the Trikala Gnana and know the Satyam, Bhogam Satyam. You said, you know, is to be called Brahmana. That is why Brahmana is to be highly respected. A person who is with the Brahma, Na means Agni, taking the Agni of the body with the Agni of the soul, he is called Brahmana. Until and unless you awaken the Kundalini, you cannot. That is why they wrote on Purana stories also. You take the, for that matter, Vamana story. What is Vamana? The Virya is produced on account of Man. It is produced on account of the Vastu. Va is Vastu. And that Virya is so small. It flows through the physical body, reaches the Sahasrara, it becomes Paramatma, it occupies the whole world. This is written in the Mahabharata as Virata Parva, Virata Darshana. So the Virya has to travel inwards. So how? He has to keep one step in the soul, the second step in the Paramatma. There is no third step. Consequently, you get the moksha. So the role of the Virya, who has to give this Virya strength? It is the mind.